up, my fellow creepers and things that go bump in the night? Welcome back to yet another episode of Creature of the Night. I'm your host, Toxin, your friendly neighborhood sinner. You should know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell to let you know every time I upload, so you can keep up to date with me, guys. Let's get it going. I was kind of questioning how I should do this one. I don't know if I should do it how I did my other ones, my other classics like Friday the 13th or Michael Myers. Maybe I should have done an evolution. I don't know, but it was. I don't know if this was technically a remake. I don't believe it was. I believe it was a continuation. But seeing the previews and all that, I did have that. I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna remake another fucking movie. Great, whatever. But I was very pleased with this one, and just say it, Candyman.
The writing on the wall, the sweet smell of blood. My victim.
This is not real. It's not real. Candyman.
I do believe that there's a lot of films out there that could copy the same thing. The Empty Man, the Bye Bye Man. I know there's a bunch of other mans, whatever the fuck. Saying his name out loud, or even like Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, believing in it gives him power. And then this one's no different. The Candyman, him being, again, this is another film. I don't know if you've seen my previous video, Attack on the Block, where it was actually in the ghetto, and this one is no different. Where it's a hood urban legend, which I really appreciated. It was just something that that we told our little kids. Not saying that not everybody else did that, but it was like another little thing about it. Like it did rely on heavy, like the original story of the Candyman, him being I don't want to say a slave, but it was around that time where they could go and kill and lynch and all that if they wanted to. Like it was, I guess, I hate to say it, but like legal, I guess, for the Caucasians to go do that to an African American male. And the original person being that he was a painter, and they cut his arm off because replaced it with the hook, and they tore him apart, and they threw him in bees and stuff like that to kill him because he fell in love with a white woman, or he kissed her or something like that. Something along the lines where they crossed interracial lines, and it was not acceptable. So it kind of went on through that. And then this one was an artist, similar situations, an artist going and kind of researching the urban legend and trying to do an art piece basically off the hood legends at the end. It's like, this is like going around the time where they're actually getting ready to tear down the projects because it no longer serves purpose. And that's what I like too. Big shout out to Jordan Peele, just because I'm not, I hate to say this, I'm probably gonna get canceled or something for it. I don't know, but like a lot of the movies, where it is oppressing, African Americans. I understand that it's a fucked up situation and they are oppressed, but they're not the only ones oppressed. I just want to point that out. That this is another film where it is saying that, but the way Jordan Peele does it, I agree with it. He's not heavily just like, this is shoving it down your throat. He's just kind of laying out the conspiracy about how they do confine African Americans to projects or to ghettos, or color people to like low level living conditions that nobody should subject to. And then when it's done, okay, then we're gonna tear it down and we're gonna build condos. So there is no justice for anybody. So this is going around the time where this is happening, and we are actually I like this because it does tie in a lot with the original ones. It actually pays homage to a lot of them. The way they did the shadow paper puppets was amazing. How they tied all of it, that it is like, it's an idea. It's a curse for not just the people who live in the projects, but for the people who are trying to come in and control it and break it down and all that. It's just like another thing that's kind of protecting it and not protecting it at the same time, if that makes sense. Where this person who found out who the main star is, that he's supposedly the baby from the original one, and he's passing down. Like there was like some kind of big plan for him that he was supposed to be the next one, and that's when it kind of takes us down the line with the shadow puppets that, you know, the original one, Tony Todd, I believe his name is, and then the kid becoming him, and then like his version of the Candyman was just like a guy who was slow, that something happened to where these kids were dying, and it was because he was handing out candy, so they automatically blamed him. And then the thing is, like, they didn't even take him to justice when they found him. They just beat the ever living shit out of him and killed him, and that was it. So it's like a lot of wrongdoings. That's why this urban legend is in place, to protect those people, to rewrite the wrongs. And it's a curse, but it's actually it's a blessing as well, to take up the mantle of being this person and spreading, you know, fear. Like, that's what I loved about it. Just, of course, obviously, if you say his name into the mirror, I don't know how many times I just fucking said it. I probably just said it a shit ton. So if I disappear automatically after uploading this video or before uploading this video, you probably never will see this. I don't know. Y'all know what happened. So yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. I don't go saying Bloody Mary or anything into the fucking mirror. I don't do that. All these fucking games that I see on TikTok about how to summon stuff. Oh, but you get great things at the end of it. I'm not fucking risky. I don't fuck with the spiritual plane. And if y'all call me whatever the hell y'all want to call me in the comments, I don't give a shit. But I don't fuck with it. All right. I believe in it, and there's some truth behind everything that is said in the world. There is some truth behind werewolves, vampires, this person who was fucking with the hook for a hand, Freddy Krueger, that was actually based off of like another thing too. Maybe I need to do a video about him too. But there is some truth behind it, so I don't really fuck with it. But I love it that this guy, that it just wrapped it all in like a nice little bow. They did leave it to where they could make another one, another continuation, but who knows. But I love how they just tied it in together. It wasn't just going back and trying to rewrite a classic, because I know it's a lot of hit and miss. Rob Zombie doing Halloween. The new Nightmare on Elm Street, where they actually got Rorschach from Watchmen to do it, and a lot of people hated it. I enjoyed it very much. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those. It's a hit or miss. If done right, remakes they don't bother me. But I know we don't really need a lot of remakes, just being honest. Getting off track. But again, the urban legend that around it about how it does correct the wrong within the projects, but it also protects the projects simultaneously, keeping anything that's trying to oppress you out. It's just the fear that you instill in people. And when the Candyman like finally makes his actual appearance, it's not just this guy who's becoming deformed and like going crazy and losing his mind. And when we actually get a glimpse of Tony Todd, like the way they CGI'd it, or I don't know if they really had him there or CGI'd his face on there, whatever, because he did look younger, and how he just said, spread the word, you know, like tell them who I am. Say, you know, you believe it, you say it, it gives this person power. You call it a demon, call it an angel. Again, it's like a Pinhead type of situation. I'm a demon to some and an angel of mercy for others. It just depends on how you look about it. But the way they went about it was awesome, and showing the underlining thing too. And what I did like, it did show how basically we fuck over people, our own people. Africans, Americans fucking over African Americans, Hispanics fucking over Hispanics. Like, we are a very prideful people, and we are for the people. But there are similar like different situations where they don't take up our backs, and they just kind of leave us hanging because there's nothing in it. Like the reason the guy who found out about this guy being the baby from the original one, he just wanted to bring back Candyman. That's all it was. He just wanted, so that way, like, you know, he can. I don't believe it was for necessarily like, oh, I want to like save the projects, I want to save these neighborhoods and bring back the families that were here. It was more just because he was just angry. He was just mad, and he just wanted revenge. So it was just all for the wrong reasons, and he took this person's life and twisted it upside down. And for what? For his own gain. And for what? He didn't even end up gaining nothing. They ended up murking the shit out of him too. How I saw it, I believe I rented it on something. I don't remember what I rented it on. But I have an Amazon Fire Stick, so I probably just, you know, set it and rented it. I don't know. But let me know what y'all thought about this film. When y'all go check it out, let me know what you thought about this review. I know I'm kind of all over the place with these hood movies. the like horror being based off of them or urban legends, you know, because again, I didn't grow up in the situation, but I grew up around it. So hearing the stories that I heard, both the urban legends and actual life there is pretty crazy. So it is a very fascinating, like it's very fascinating. Not, I don't want to say place or nothing like that, but it's just it grips you. There's good people there, great storytelling there, and there's like a lot of potential for growth in these places. So yeah, guys. Like I always say, guys, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.